Now in fiction, there are a bunch of characters you can come across. You can come across characters who have crazy omnipotent powers that are just way too OP. And you can come across characters who have powers that you know you could do way better with in real life. And the one who crosses between both those worlds is Adam Eve from Invincible. But for those unfamiliar with Invincible, Adam Eve, aka Samantha Wilkins, is a major supporting character in the show and also the main lover of our protagonist Invincible. But back to her skill set, Adam Eve has the ability to manipulate matter, and matter is whatever can be weighed or take some space in the world, which is essentially any and everything around us. Now with this ability, you can hypothetically do everything. And when I mean everything, that's no exaggeration. You can turn gold into air, you can turn brick into tissue, you can turn a human into stone like Medusa, and that's only the littlest extent of your powers. Not to mention the real applications of this ability is quite literally endless, as you can do anything and everything you want to. You can become a billionaire, you can probably heal humans of every disease possible, you can fix global warming, you can essentially cause world peace or world havoc if you wanted to on a whim. For hearing about such an ability like this, you'd assume that Adam Eve is probably the strongest in the show, or at least someone who doesn't get their ass whooped in every other fight, but unfortunately for you guys, it happens quite a lot in this show. And for those wondering why, you may ask, well, the show explains it as saying that she has a mental block in her brain that prevents her from using her abilities at the full extent, as they're quite literally too OP for anyone to handle. But in my opinion, I think it's the show just trying to justify why Invincible should be the strongest, even though there's clearly a winner right here. And I'm sure show-wise that this does make sense, as the show isn't centered around her but rather another character, but it then brings up the point, why would you give someone such an ability if you know damn well they're not going to be considered the strongest in their verse? And saying that Eve is the strongest in her verse is not even an exaggeration, as we could compare her powers to people in other verses as well and show how much that matter manipulation really does matter. Starting with the Elric brothers from Full Metal Alchemist, and their world alchemy / matter manipulation has its own set of rules that prevent it from being used freely like someone like Adam Eve, but they're still able to put BTA against most anime universes. One of the laws being the law of providence, which means that the transmuted object has to have a similar makeup to the object used to create it. But to put it in simple terms, there's no way you can transmute sand into metal or vice versa, as they have no similar properties. Whilst again, Adam Eve can literally turn anything into anything, meaning that there's no limitation on what she can do at all. But I feel like the more practical use of Adam Eve's powers is more properly shown in the movie Eternals by Marvel, which Cersei had the ability to also transmute stuff as well, like turning rocks into flowers or even turning a deviant into a tree, which is pretty crazy now that I think about it. Well, going back to Adam Eve, yes, I know that she has some type of mental block on her, and yes, I understand that she probably can't use her power at the full potential as she wants to, but still though, there's no reason to give a power that crazy to someone who's not going to use it in that crazy manner it's supposed to be used. But I think what makes me more mad when it comes to Adam Eve is how she be losing these fights, bro. Like, this really just hurts my soul, because for some reason she'll be struggling against nobodies that no one cares about and no one's going to remember after the season they're mentioned in. And not to mention that one time when she caused a structural problem in that apartment she tried to fix, that shouldn't have happened with her abilities. And yeah, we have to address the elephant in the room, the huge conquest fight. Now, I understand the show he was hyped up to be the big bad and was quite literally going to be the huge challenge that Invincible had to face, but bro, the way he did Adam Eve, bro, like, you know how embarrassing that was for me to watch? And yes, I know that she clutched up at the end, but still though, the way she got her ass whooped and the fact that she had to wait that long for her to really do something, it was too absurd, man. And hypothetically, this was an organized fight and we were to go over these two stats before they actually fought, you would immediately think that Adam Eve would win. Against it's matter manipulation against someone with super strength and can fly. Nothing else. Super strength and just can fly. What the fuck, man? And I know in times like these we're supposed to remember that this show is called Invincible and not Adam Eve, but it's kind of like seeing a tall person in public who doesn't play sports. Like, bro, go hoop or do something with your life, man. And I'll admit, maybe I'm saying this because I envy her powers, or maybe I'm saying this because she's a baddie and I wish she was my girlfriend. But hey, at the end of the day, I'm still looking out for her, guys, and I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. She's being done way too dirty. Anyways, y'all, hope y'all liked the video. I know this is a shorter one, but hey, man, I have to get this off my chest real quick. This is something I've been thinking about for a while now, but I couldn't really post it like back when season 3 was running with Invincible, because the crowds and like the fans are just way too crazy when it comes to Invincible people, bro. Like, it's generally dastardly. Anyways, y'all, hope y'all stay safe. Keep praying, as God's gonna do something great in you guys' life. And yeah, y'all, I'll catch you on the next one, I guess.